We're irontopic.com and we are here to share with you guys a review of CHI Steam Iron for Clothes with Titanium Infused Ceramic Soleplate 13111. A steamer iron is a regular iron which transmits steam from openings in its level surface. Steamer iron is instead appended to a massive tank with an evaporator that rapidly warms up the water, making significant levels of pressures. This implies when you press the trigger on iron, it delivers groundbreaking explosions of steam from the sea in a tank. These are genuinely adept at expelling stubborn wrinkles. However, for everyday family use, steam generator irons are massive, substantial, and costly and close to challenging to store. Great steam irons ought to be more than amazing enough for regular family unit use, letting the steam outside to dampen and loosen up the texture before it evacuates the wrinkles. There most likely are several distinct brands of steam irons for some reasons, for example, clothing, travel, article of apparel steaming, sewing, cordless, business, proficient in the market today. Every one of them has various includes and are valued from below $20 to $50 to much above the $200. It tends to befuddle to pick high-quality garments iron, and that comes at a sensible cost. Diverse steamer generator iron brand and various models convey different results. Also, as a purchaser, one should likewise realize that cost doesn't mirror the quality of it or the exhibition of a steam iron. The best apparel irons, be that as it may, stand apart from their partners and could be related to a little investigation. In 2019, focus on the highlights the iron conveys instead of its stylish intrigue. Post for uniqueness. And some steamer irons join innovation that isn't accessible in different models. Distinguish those mainly if there are little cost differences. Go for attire presses that offer elite while requiring next to zero upkeep. Well-being is additionally a significant factor to be taken into consideration. It is imperative to opt for a model which offers programmed control off after a time of dormancy, particularly for residential use. A decent attire iron must be anything but challenging to skim while pressing and ought to be light. It ought to be made of sturdy material and also should not be massive to lessen capacity challenges. An ordinary steamer iron would consist of a little water tank inbuilt which will discharge steam via the steam openings on the sole plate. The most extreme tank limit is around 12 ounces for bigger. The more typical tank size could fill under 10 ounces water. A steam generator is somewhat unique. There's a different tank that is a lot bigger which accompanies a kettle that warms up the water before long. One can get steam moving inside 3 to 4 minutes for most of the models. This kettle makes steam pressure which is higher than most ordinary irons which are then discharged using the steam gaps on the sole plate. A steamer removes the wrinkles from a material without touching the texture. A piece of clothing steamer utilizes hot steam to loosen up the strands in the dress. A stream of steam is aimed at the fabric suspended on a holder. A steamer wand toward the finish of a hose that is held at short good ways from the material, giving a smooth outlook without the use of searing warmth to the attire. Steamers are perfect for delicate and sensitive textures like silk, polyester, satin and also jersey. Since an article of clothing steamer doesn't contact attire, there is minimal possibility of consuming the piece of clothing. A garment steamer may be used on textures which are not easy to iron, such as screen-printed shirts or else a blazer coat. The ship is like compelling in pressing out creases, sleeves, and unsettles the pieces of garments. Delicate fabrics, suits, jackets, shirts, sweaters, and garments require steamers to ensure the state and texture of the clothing. Boats are quicker compared to irons. Clothing steamers beats presses as far as accommodation as they are light-weighted and need little spaces. A hindrance with a liner is wrinkled can't be squeezed. The dress shirts would not be seen fresh in case you use a steamer. You will need to iron for the required look. You may need a boat to cleanse fragile clothes. Things to remember on steaming your garments. For shaded garments, test a piece of fabric before you do steaming of the article of cloth. Colors will be in general run while dampness is applied to clothes. Steam. A few irons give steam yield, which implies consistent steam, while others offer steam shock that requires the client to push a catch for a final blast of steam to dispose of severe wrinkles. This is all depending on client inclination. The need for iron. Different irons accomplish various outcomes and are working for multiple purposes. Some steam presses are assembled explicitly for proficient use and probably won't be reasonable for home use since they do not have some specific highlights. Premium components with modern-day style. The titanium implanted earthenware Soleplate is ultra-solid, also scratch-safe. Matte chrome emphasizes, and a smooth configuration gives this iron a cleaned look. Present-day style with quality materials. The titanium-imbued clay Soleplate is ultra-solid and also scratch-safe. Matte chrome complements and a smooth configuration give this iron a cleaned look. Conclusion. Regardless of whether your meaning of a cleaned look is a well-squeezed suit, any silk dress or a without wrinkle shirt for work, one can accomplish it by having the CHI Professional Fabric Iron. Like CHI hair care apparatuses, this iron is intended to give you the elite intensity of the stars at home.